Just weeks after announcing his triumphant return as Superman, Henry Cavill had to take it all back. Here's how some DC diehards are fighting the studio's decision. When the news first dropped that director James Gunn and producer Peter Safran would take charge of the DC film universe under new Warner Bros. Discovery CEO David Zaslav, it was implied that the duo would attempt to steer the franchise in something of a new direction. In one surprising move under their stewardship, longtime DC Superman actor Henry Cavill revealed that he's Superman no longer, though a new Superman movie is planned, and Gunn intends to maintain a working relationship with Cavill moving forward. Gunn posted on Twitter, "In the initial stages, our story will be focusing on an earlier part of Superman's life, so the character will not be played by Henry Cavill. But we just had a great meeting with Henry, and we're big fans, and we talked about a number of exciting possibilities to work together in the future." On Instagram, Cavill shared, "I have just had a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran, and it's sad news, everyone. I will, after all, not be returning as Superman. After being told by the studio to announce my return back in October, prior to their hire, this news isn't the easiest. But that's life." Now that Cavill is a free agent, fans of other major movie franchises have begun to propose ideas for his next big role. For instance, some want Cavill to join the MCU, given his superhero experience and presumably his superhero movie-ready physique. Meanwhile, others think Cavill is a good fit for James Bond, especially with the role's current vacancy in mind. Of course, Cavill may instead separate himself from franchise films entirely, with his Superman exit following his departure from Netflix's The Witcher.
Enjoy your last walk across the meadow and through the mist.
Whatever his future may be, plenty of fans are, unsurprisingly, unhappy about Cavill's departure. In fact, some are going so far as to call for Gunn's head over the decision. Soon after Henry Cavill's departure from the DC film universe broke, users on Twitter began to share their disappointment with James Gunn, specifically over the news under the hashtag #FireJamesGunn. One user shared a screenshot of Cavill's Instagram post confirming his departure with the caption, "Fire James Gunn, pass it on." Meanwhile, in another post utilizing the hashtag, another user argued that this news is particularly disappointing given both Cavill's apparent interest in remaining Superman and the fact that Black Adam seemed to tease a future Cavill Superman storyline upon its release about a month and a half prior.
Black Adam. We should talk.
The hashtag has generated plenty of discussion beyond just these posts too, to the extent that the conversation has reached at least one additional platform. Eventually, discussion of James Gunn's firing over his decision to proceed without Henry Cavill reached enough of a critical mass that someone started a Change.org petition for the cause. This petition names Warner Bros. Discovery CEO David Zaslav as its intended audience, urging him to rehire Cavill and fire Gunn, arguing that Cavill is a bona fide movie star and capable of generating more revenue than Gunn can as one of DC's leads. As of the making of this video, the petition has garnered 500 signatures and climbing. While such a petition isn't likely to influence Zaslav or affect Cavill's career, the amount of signatures it ultimately receives can nevertheless serve as a measure of the degree to which those upset about Cavill's firing think that Gunn's job should be impacted by this decision. Of course, these sentiments aren't reflective of DC film fans as a whole, but are nevertheless in steady circulation following the Cavill news. Gunn and Peter Safran are still at the start of their DC journey, so once the DC film universe has time to develop under their guidance, such sentiments could very well change.